Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack here with your Raw Super Show review for Monday, September the 13th, actually the 12th of 2011, the last one before Night of Champions. Decent one tonight, heading into Night of Champions, a little bit of storyline intriguing. A lot of squashes tonight, though. That's my only bad part about it. A lot of matches lasted about less than 5 minutes. And against people who don't even wrestle. I'll get to that in a moment. But let's start off with the first segment of all. As I predicted on the attack line, as rumored, Alberto Del Rio collided with Bret the Hitman Hart in a promo tonight. With Bret Hart talking about Alberto not being a champ, no true champion, about being a paper champion, not being like a legit champion. John Cena came flying down, wanted to beat the crap out of Alberto. He's like, why don't we give the match they want tonight? Cena and Alberto for the title. Alberto's like, no, John Cena, no. I'm WWE champion. And I want you to face my regional wrestler, Ricardo Rodriguez. And then Cena's like, how about you defend against Bret Hart tonight? Then Lord Lesnar was like, you have your little line. And I make a third match. Ricardo and Mr. Ricardo. We got Mr. Ricardo and Mr. Alberto teaming up against Cena and Mr. Bret Hart. So Bret and Cena teamed up against Alberto and Mr. Ricardo. We'll get to that in a second. Ricky Ricardo. Alberto got some explaining to do. Anyway, first match of the night was John Morrison teaming up with AY, teaming on against Swagger and Dolph Ziggler. Now, these two had a lot of issues, and the issues, of course, sprang into the entire show tonight. King over this tag match, decent match, okay opener, a lot of short matches. I think the longest match was the main event. I think any match, I don't think, like, any of the first 3 to 4 matches lasted more than 3 minutes. Anyway, the problems between Swagger and Mr. Ziggler continued on with Dolph running inadvertently to Swagger, and Dolph didn't help Swagger help him counter the pin from Morrison. Most look kind of good. They didn't do Starship Pain or anything, but they got the win, quick win over Mr. Swagger after Swagger went inadvertently against Ziggler. Of course, argument ensued as Mr. Morrison, John Morrison, and his partner AY got the victory. Still no one who's going to face Mr. Ziggler at the title match. I'm guessing a 3-way match. I'm guessing triple threat. Maybe announced it on WWE.com over the week. They'll probably do that, but I'm guessing it will be those 3 for the title. Then on to our second match. Miz and R-Truth. It was Miz versus Kofi. And R-Truth is stupid, but funny though. Super is COO, right? COO times 2 is cuckoo. So Triple H is. This R-Truth storyline, I think he's got a little bit funny throughout the last couple of months, you know. He became a lot more, he was a lot more serious and didn't focus on jokes. Now he's supposed to be a lot more jokes since teaming up with Miz for the last couple of weeks with the conspiracy theories. Most of them are somewhat right in my mind, and the whole storyline's kind of built up. I hope they build them up properly, especially with the tag match against Kofi, and then they're on the right track with Miz getting the victory over Kofi, a clean victory. Decent matchup, you know, back and forth. Kofi didn't get to do his air thing, but Miz kind of grounded up the entire match, ending with the skull-crushing finale. Victory for Mr. Miz, giving him and Truth momentum for the title match this Sunday. This Center El Boom is about to get got. Then our third match was Cena and Bret versus Alberto and Ricardo. Now I was like, why is this not the main event? Well, here's why. Basically, it was kind of like a handicap match between Ricardo and Cena and Bret. Because Cena did get Alberto in there, but Alberto's like, me run away. He's been running from Cena You know, they're trying to build him up to try to get him momentum to get Cena, but all he's been doing is like, Cena, I want to fight you. Ooh, I want to fight you. And I was like, ooh, I'm scared. He is, kind of. They basically beat the fuck out of Ricardo the entire match, giving him all the moves, including FU and Five Knuckle, ending with the sharpshooter. Basically a kind of semi-squash match to hype up Ricardo's injuries and, of course, kind of hype up the intensity between Cena and Alberto, making Cena want Alberto a little bit more. Then after that, they had something about 9/11 being yesterday. Cena announced about what happened 10 years ago with SmackDown being on 2 days after 9/11. Talked about that for a little bit. Like, you know. Then we had a match, a little bit of backstage conversation. Vicky was being consoled over what happened with Dolph and Swagger. Vicky was confronted by Kelly. Vicky's like, ooh, I hope you're going to lose to Miss Beth Phoenix this Sunday. Beth's going to beat you up, bitch. You little plastic Barbie. And Vicky's like, hey, anyone can beat you. Hell, I can beat you. Teddy Long came down and he's like, well, player, Vicky, you get a chance to beat Kelly. Prove it, baby. You get a match against her tonight. Holla. Holla, holla, holla. Anyway, Vicky took on Kelly, which basically became another match with Dolph and Swag getting involved. They had a little argument. Then Swagger punched the hell out of Dolph. It wasn't the opposite. Dolph beat the crap out of Swagger, distracted Vicky, and Kelly got a wallop. It wasn't even a match. It was more like a segment. It was more like a segment to build on the tension between Vicky and Swagger and Ziggler. That's what this match was. It was to make Kelly not wrestle anyone physical so she wouldn't get injured before a match against Beth on Sunday. It also was a match to kind of add more tension between Vicky, Swagger, and Ziggler. That's what basically happened. There wasn't much wrestling in this match. This match, like, it lasted 2 minutes. 2 minutes! Kelly, all she did was like little moves, stink face, and after Vicky got distracted by the Swagger Ziggler situation, got the roll up and the win for Kelly. But I hope Beth does beat him up though this Sunday. Beth did try to come to attack Kelly, but Kelly was prepared. She did punch the crap out of Miss Beth before she came in the ring. And then the promotions tonight, another WWE Network commercial, the same one I added last week. And of course, they're promoting the fact that Mr. Hugh Jackman will be on Raw this Monday, promoting his new movie. Forgot the name of it. It's not an X-Men movie. Who cares? Basically, it's kind of like a World About Wrestling movie. But it's kind of stupid. Not as stupid as Bucky Lawson. Think that fucking movie failed. And I applaud every American who didn't see it and thought it was as stupid as I thought it was going to be. Now on to wrestling. Main event for Raw. Probably the only match that lasted more than 5 minutes. It built up a lot of situations for the Raw title match this Sunday. Randy Orton taking on Cody Rhodes. Now this match was decent at best. Probably I hate to say this, the best match of the night, because like I said, it lasted more than 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Besides, I think Miz and Kofi lasted a little bit, but this was like the second longest match, probably the longest match of the night on Raw was Orton and Cody. And during the match, Orton was having his way on Cody. And Cody looked pretty good as well. He had some offensive moves against Orton. Of course, they were part of Legacy at one point. And Mark Henry kept coming down every few minutes or so. And he came down at first. And then he came back out of his dude jail. And he kept getting closer and closer every time he came back out. He went in and out. And the last distraction costed Orton. As referee got caught up with Mark Henry distracting Orton at the ring post, Cody took off his facial mask, hit Orton with it, got the crossroads, and got the victory over Orton. Kind of a cheap victory over the world champion, but a win over the world champion nonetheless. Mark Henry came down, whacked Orton with a chair. Will Orton be able to overcome Mark Henry? Now, Henry winning over Orton would be a smart thing because I'm not the biggest Mark Henry fan. But at least the best thing is Orton will be champion because Orton, I like Orton, but he's just become a little bit stale as a good guy. And plus, as long as he's champion, it's like John Cena being champion. No one will be able to beat him. But the worst part is the match is going to suck on Sunday. He's going from Wesley Christian, a great wrestler, great matches with Christian, going from that to wrestling Mark Henry, which will be a boring match. Hopefully Cena and Budo backs it up in all the other matches. Backs it up. Especially since I hope that match is a main event. Probably Cena and Budo or Punk and Triple H will be the main event. Which leads me to the last segment. Punk and Triple H's showdown. And Punk was saying, hey, Triple H, you know, people like me, scrawny guys like me, don't get a chance. And Triple H's like, yeah, guys like Mysterio, Mysterio and Foley, they're not the muscle guys. They're not bodybuilders like you described. But they all get the shot. But what about me? It's like Raven. In fact, it's like Raven's like, what about me? What about Raven? Punk's doing that to more perfection this time. Punk's storyline, like I said, I've been saying this for months. Punk's the best fucking thing going for WWE right now. He's telling it like it is, and it's mine. And I like this segment, and I kind of built up hype for the match a little bit more tonight, and I love this segment. It's a very good segment. Punk once again with Triple H, and once again asked the question, where in the hell are the WWE ice cream balls? I'm asking the same fucking question. Where are they? I want them, man. I miss them. I miss getting on an ice cream truck and getting them. Seriously, they're that good. Anyway, then Triple H saying the same thing. To get over Punk, you gotta get over the crowd to be good. I've been getting the crowd over. The crowd chanted CM Punk 3 times. Cole's like, the only reason why it is, it's Canada. Well, there is a sign that says Bizarre Award. Well, if you're a diehard WWE fan like I am, you know what Bizarre Award means. Bizarre Award is like a description for Canada, because Canada cheers the wrong people sometimes. Like you hear Jericho heel get cheered by the fans of Canada. And I've been to Canada before for a wrestling show, and I hate to say it, they all white when they call it Bizarre Award. You know, the energy's not there when it is in America. You know, I've heard Detroit crowds is louder. But it's because I was in Joe Louis Arena and not Skydome in Toronto. But anyway, the last blow, the pipe bomb literally exploding on top of Triple H's head. The monk kept cutting off a Punk. I think it's Laurinaitis cutting him off, not Triple H. He kept speaking into it, and he got one last mic, boing, whacked it against Triple H's head. And that was it for Raw. Punk standing tall over Triple H. Of course, if Triple H loses, he has to resign as COO. Let's say that actually exists, but I'm worried for Punk. That Triple H is going to basically kick his ass, especially since it's no DQ. Like, Triple H is like, I'm going to kick your ass. Punk's like, oh yeah, I'm going to kick yours too. Like I said, this is like a personal feud now. Like I said, they all said it's not business anymore. Punk made fun of Triple H and his family. And Punk is going to give Triple H the ass beating of his career. He's going to give Triple H his second loss in 2011. I hope so. But it's Triple H. Big ego. You know what I mean? We'll see what goes down with Triple H and Punk this Sunday. And if Nash shows up at all. But who knows what will happen with Nash, storyline or not. We have to sit back and wait for another champions this Sunday. Which should be decent. And that is it for my Raw review, Raw Super Show review for Monday, September 12th. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow for another tagline. With that in mind, you've just been attacked by the Raw review from Zach. Thank you very much. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.